Alright. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. You know, I remember there being months of December where there was literally no fights. We are living in a great fucking time to be a fight fan. Alright. Find my lighter. Gotta make sure I don't set myself on fire. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Okay, so if this is your first time, just share the fucking video, please. That's all I ask of you guys. If you're gonna go through the trouble of watching me talk about boxing, then go through the trouble of sharing me talking about boxing. We're gonna talk about the shit that went down, then we're gonna talk about some news, then we're gonna talk about the stuff that's going down next weekend. So, basically I do this every Sunday, 10 p.m. Tell your friends. Alright, so first up, from Montreal, Eric Bazinian fought on the Golden Boy card Friday night. It was a good stacked card. It was a good card to be seen on. And he gave a performance that was worthy of it. Third round KO. Listen, you know, I really like the fact that he was humble. When they brought up BJ Saunders to him, you know, he told them, you know, chill, not right away. And I really like that. You got to remember, though, he's also now 24-0 with 18 KOs. It's going to be soon, you know. Not right now, but it's going to be soon. If I'm right, he's got one more fight on his Golden Boy contract. So, you know, they might stack up the next one. The next one might be a tough fight. So, you know, it was wise of him to you know, just keep trucking along. He gave a beautiful highlight KO, and he got the fuck out of town. So, good on Eric Bazinian. He's going to have a good holiday. Going to enjoy Christmas. Hopefully not too much. Not overdo it with the sweets. And probably be back sometime in, I'm guessing, February. Also, Montreal connected, Christian Mbilli. First fight at 168 pounds. First fight being a free agent from Groupe Yvon Michel, former promoter. Now only dealing with his French promoter, which has been pretty lax with him and, you know, pretty helpful trying to get him fights and stuff. He fought a really tough opponent and he mauled him. He just straight up mauled him. The ref stepped in, and it's a TKO win for Christian Mbilli. But I want to talk about his opponent real quick. Now, we've seen his opponent before. Back in 2018, December, so a year ago, he lost the unanimous decision to Steve Rolls. He also fought Caleb Truax. Caleb won by TKO. That was back in 2017. He lost the unanimous decision to Andy Lee. So I like the opponent as far as getting a gauge on what Mbilli can do at 168 pounds. And if you get a chance, look for the fight. It's on Facebook. Go to his Facebook page. You'll find it. Solid performance from him. And hopefully we get him back here somehow. Or at least stateside, because the kid's ready for a little bit of spotlight. Okay, so Saturday, sorry, a little brain fart there. So, Saturday, real quick, I want to shout out, where was this? Bulgaria. Tervel Pulev, cruiserweight, won his fight, but more importantly, Big Bogdan Dinu got back in the win column. He fought a pretty game heavyweight. I was just happy to see him working. Good dude, and maybe a possible opponent for Arslanbek Makhmudov at some point. He does have Montreal connections, so it's not out of this world, and he's not signed to anyone major, so, you know, and pedigree-wise, he's up there, because you got to consider he fought the number one contender for the belt, so, you know, he made it all the way almost to the top, so he would be a good test for our guy. More importantly, Saturday. Beautiful card from ESPN, and Top Rank. Bob Arum's a bad motherfucker. We're going to continue with the theme of bad motherfuckers, because this entire card in Madison Square Garden was about bad motherfuckers. First off, two bad motherfuckers. Conlon, Nikitin. You know what? I know bad blood from the Olympics and all that. They really tried to play it up. But Vladimir's a bad fucking dude, okay? Everyone forgets that was his fucking third pro fight. So, amateur background on this guy, just crazy. And he gave Conlon as good as he got. I personally thought the fight was a little closer, but, Conlon was still the winner in my eyes, so not, disagreeing with the overall decision. There was some other really good fights on there, but we're just going to skip ahead to the co-main and the main event. Co-main, Teofimo, man, listen, we know he was good, but no one thought he was going to do that to Richard Comey. That's the fucking truth. No one was predicting Teofimo was going to blow out Richard Comey. He timed him with a perfect shot. Beautiful highlight for him. And Richard Comey's a bad dude, man. You don't realize it. It's really a passing of the torch because Comey's a little older and Teofimo's a puppy. He's 14-0 and he's a world champion. His daddy said it was going to happen, and there you fucking go. Now, I'm happy for Teofimo, but goddamn, they hurried up that Lomachenko talk. They put Lomachenko in the ring with him right away. Lomachenko's telling him, welcome to my world. Oh, I'm not happy about that shit. That is no good. If I was Teofimo's team, I would have soaked in the championship level a little bit more before taking on Lomachenko. That being said, it's going to be a great fucking fight for 2020. Terence Crawford. I think up until there was a knockdown in that fight, they called it a slip, but it was a fucking legit knockdown. Chavezjr, I gotta learn how to say this guy's name, gave a fucking beautiful performance. That's as good as you can get against Bud Crawford. You gotta remember what Bud Crawford is. 3 fucking weight divisions. He's a champ. He's had some fucking belts, okay? Just because he hasn't fought the other champs at 147 doesn't fucking lower him. If you go on anybody's fucking pound for pound list, he's number 1. Loma and Canelo are fighting for number 2. Terence Crawford is number 1, and here's the reason. He's a fucking dog. Okay? He fought those first 4 rounds in a war for no fucking reason other than he wanted to prove something to himself. Fucking tough fucking fight. After the knockdown, he realized, you know what? Fuck this shit. I can beat this motherfucker. And if you watch him, he switches stances on him. When he switched stances on him, it was all over. Because as good as Chavezjr was, Terence Crawford is just that much better. And when he put gas on the fucking stove, it just fucking produced. Terence Crawford's a bad dude. He is this generation's Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray and fucking Duran. Just fucking hard-ass workers. Okay? There isn't one thing that he's just the best at. It's not Deontay Wilder where it's all power. He is just so goddamn well-rounded. The only thing I got to say is that he's getting older. 35-0 now. Or 36-0. Point is, Terence Crawford's a bad motherfucker. It's a pleasure to watch him work. We are witnessing something in our generation that we're not going to get to see all that often, and we don't fucking appreciate it when it's there. So give Bud his love. Hold up. What else? Okay. Monday. So tomorrow morning, actually. Okay, I know most of you are going to work, so... Well, this is mainly for me, but there's some fights going down in Kazakhstan. The WBC International Lightweight title's on the line. The kid's 10-0. I can't say his name. His first name's Victor. He's a bad dude. Just look into this card if you get a chance. Hit me up if you're up at 7 in the morning. I'll be more than happy to try and send you a link. It's going to be on MTK, so if you do have a website you go to, there's a chance you'll find it. For us, I believe it's 7 or 8 a.m., but it's going down Monday. Wednesday. I'm only talking about it because, I don't even know why I'm talking about it. I'll mention it and then we'll pass through it. Queensland, Australia. Jeff Horn is back in the ring. He's fighting Zarefa. The only reason I mention him is because he wins. Maybe he can be, something for one of our guys. He's fighting for some Oceanic titles, so that's like a Australia, Asia kind of title. Not really too keen on it, but if you're not doing anything on Wednesday, there you go. Thursday, Sky Sports. Thursday the 19th, your call. There's a solid card going down. There's a cruiserweight I got my eye on. Oh, jeez. Why am I even trying? Hold on. Let's see if we can click on his name, get it bigger. Riakporhe. Riakporhe. His first name's Richard. We're going with that. Richard, my man Richard over here is a cruiserweight. He's 10-0 with 8 KOs. I watched him fight twice. I'm thinking Ryan Rodzicki. Why the fuck not? He's fighting for the BBC British title. Bring Ryan Rodzicki over to the UK. There's a couple of other young undefeated fighters on that card. It's Thursday. It's on Sky Sports. If you know where to look for Sky Sports. If not, hit me up. That's going to be going down at like 3, 4 in the afternoon. I'm going to get to your questions in a second here. I'll tell you what. Let's just scan through here real quick. If anybody's got anything to say. What do I think should be next for Bazinian? Considering Bazinian is from Cynthia. Like I said, I think he's on his last fight of his contract. He does have a #1 ranking. They're not talking about making him fight a champion just yet, so I do see a name, a top 5 possible. You got to look in the same belt category as he's in, but somebody that's ranked for the same title, and more than likely somebody that will be working with Golden Boy. I mean, if I were to sit here and do my homework, I could probably find you a name or two. But that being said, it's more than likely going to be something like that. We don't have to stress about it because the kid can concentrate on Christmas for now. Okay, next. Dale Wilson. Yeah, Crawford just wanted to fight. True dog. Mean. He's so fucking mean. I said it too. James Coburn style mean. Just fucking Old West mean. Yeah, he was taking too many shots, but it was like he had something to fucking prove. I guess he was trying... Somebody said this to me, and I thought it made sense. Maybe Crawford fought like that to try and give these PBC guys hope. So, let's go to Friday now. Friday. Phoenix, Arizona. Believe it or not, people. We got a card. Reshat Madi. If you don't know him, look into him. The Albanian Bear, I like him. He's a young, interesting fighter. Some flyweights on here. Maurice Hooker, now welterweight, going to be fighting Uriel Perez. We've seen Uriel before. I like Maurice Mighty Mo. That being said, there's also a welterweight I got my eye on named Josh Kelly. But more importantly, well, actually there's 2 other fights on here, but I don't know if they're going to be happening. Nikita Adabi is on there. Liam Smith. Gabriel Rosado, but they haven't named opponents, so I don't know what's going on with that. That being said, the main event's going to be Danny Jacobs versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Yep, Chavez is 51-3-1 and wants to do it again. No one believes him, and Danny Jacobs is the wrong kind of guy to go in there with no heart. So, I am praying Julio Cesar Chavez is taking this seriously and showing up to give us a fight. Because if he doesn't, Danny Jacobs is going to do work on him. That's Friday. Saturday morning, but really early in Australia, Billy Dibb's going to be doing work. I'll tune in because I like Billy Dibb. Saturday from Germany, only mentioning him as a possible opponent for one of our guys, fighting for the IBF Intercontinental Super Middleweight title. Jurgen Braemar versus Jurgen Durban. That's right, it's Jurgen versus Jurgen going down in Germany. I actually like saying it. So, Jurgen is just an old school super middleweight. I've been talking about him since forever. He was like fucking 49-0 at one point. He's now 51-3. Still a bad dude. The other Jurgen is 25-3. I don't care who wins, but I do see this as a possible Ryan Ford or Shaquille Finn or Bazinian, or now we can even throw in Nurzat in there. Listen, he's a super middleweight, he's a name, and he's got some serious fights behind him. So, pay attention. Saturday, probably around noon, going down in Russia. Denis Lebedev, 32-2, fighting Machu. Tsibao Machu, fighting for the WBC Silver Cruiserweight title. There's another cruiserweight on here. There's a welterweight I got my eye on. There's a couple of dudes fighting for WBA and IBF intercontinental straps. Super middleweight here who's 12-0 named Eidos Yerbossimuli. Jeez. Yerbossimuli. Eidos Yerbossimuli. Dude, we gotta come up with some nicknames for these dudes and quick. Saturday, 4 p.m. in the UK. I don't know who's showing this, but it's Frank Warren, so maybe ESPN over here, but probably BT Sports in the UK. Liam Williams is fighting Sonny Edwards. Got my eye on that young Superfly. He's fighting for his first British title, but more importantly, Daniel Dubois is fighting Kiatoro Fujimoto. Fujimoto's 21-1. Daniel Dubois 13-0. 21-1 with 13 KOs. Fujimoto. Does he have a nickname? No, he does not have a nickname, but he's a big dude. They don't have his height on here, but actually they do. He's 6. It says 6 foot, but I don't believe it because dude's got one of those big pumpkin heads. Anyways, he's fighting Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, got my eye on him. Arslanbek Makhmudov, Simon Keane, Adam Braywood. There's a possible name for him, for them. Saturday, going down in California, in Ontario, California, on Fox. So PBC on Fox. This is a long-ass card. They got to put a lot of people to work, I guess. But Andre Durrell's back in the ring. Hugo Centeno. Jack Tapora is fighting Oscar Escandón. Fuck Oscar Escandón. If you don't know why, look up Tyson Cave. That's a featherweight. Jack is 23-0. I hope he smashes him, and I hope to see Jack versus our man Tyson Cave. Quick. Heavyweight. Efe Agaba. If you don't know who that is, that's the dude that made the other dude climb out of the fucking ring when they rang the bell. Just like, no thank you, I'm not fighting this fucking monster. He's a fucking beast. Big African killer. He's got a bit more skill than Deontay Wilder, and he's got thumbs, so I don't know. He's only 11-1, 11-0 actually, so why not? Bring him on over. Arslanbek. Also on their main event, Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo. Tony Harrison rewrote history, upsetting Jermell Charlo. There's a lot of bad blood here. This is for the WBC Super Welterweight strap. This is a hell of a fight. Make sure you don't miss it. Alright, let's just check real quick. If you guys got anything else to say. A lot of yous pop in and then pop out. It's like, if I say your name, you're good. Okay, well, here's praying some of you fucking share this fucking thing. The Monday. So, not tomorrow, but the following Monday. So, I'm going to do another one of these next Sunday. But the Monday after that, our man, Stephen Butler, is in Japan. Tekken Promotions, Golden Boy, Eye of the Tiger, Stephen Butler, Ryota Murata for the WBA World Middleweight title. Insane. The kid's already down there. He's absorbing the culture. The jet lag is gone. Eating good, taking care of himself, seems in good spirits, has a small team. I'm looking forward to this fight. I know Japan can be, a big step for a fighter, and I wish nothing but good for Stephen Butler. Murata is a fucking killer, but Stephen Butler is due, and nothing would make me happier than to watch all the journalists from here come lick his ass clean. So, Stephen, here's looking to your ass cleaning. I wish it to you. I can't wait. I remember what they said about you, every single one of them. As far as news is concerned, real quick, I'm just going to mention a couple fights and a couple things, and then we'll be done with tonight's episode. I ran through it pretty fucking quick, 22 minutes. A lot of you motherfuckers are jumping in and out. If there would have been more viewers, maybe I would have said some more shit, maybe a little more controversy. I think, personally, it's because I'm wearing a shirt this week. But, that being said, I'm not the Bert Kreischer of fucking boxing. But if that'll help, I will take off my shirt on the next fucking episode. That being said, Saturday, the 28th of December, after Christmas present, USA and Showtime. Showtime is still doing boxing, folks. Yeah, believe it or not, it's going to be with Mayweather Promotions. Gervonta Tank Davis is taking on Gamboa. You know what? I'm picking Gamboa in an upset here. Tank's a bad dude. He's got thump, but I don't know. I just don't like the whole situation. Badou Jack, Jean Pascal should be the main event. Badou Jack's just a bad dude and a good person. It's a great mixture for a boxer. He's a frickin' draw machine. 3 draws in his career. Controversial fights. He's the champ of bringing bad luck. Jean Pascal, just on a good luck streak. Really hoping Badou Jack don't fuck it up. For the WBC Silver Light Heavyweight title, which I don't know what happens if Jean Pascal wins. I don't know if that means he would have to fight Beterbiev. Really hope not. And the WBA World Light Heavyweight title. That being said, though, Jean Pascal Beterbiev at the Bell Center would fucking rock. Also, January now, if we look into the future, Verona, New York, the Storm is back. Eleider Alvarez, long layoff. ESPN Top Ranks finally putting him to work, fighting Michael Seals. Michael Seals is a tough dude, fighting for the WBC Continentals of America light heavyweight title. Fuck it, maybe he fights. Jesus Christ, can you imagine that? If this happens, that means that Mark Ramsey is potentially going to be the coach of the WBC champ, the WBC Continental light heavyweight champ, and the WBC Silver light heavyweight champ. I wouldn't want to be him right now. Fuck. Also, January, early present for Maida Tiger. You know, they even promised something for 2020. Can you imagine that? Pro debut. Starting off the year right. Thomas Chabot putting the Olympics behind him. Fuck it. Going fucking pro. This kid's a killer as an amateur. Looking forward to what he can do as a pro. If you don't know the name, plenty of articles. Plenty of people already been talking about him since forever. Really thought he was going to go to Tokyo. I don't care anymore. He's going pro. Good for him. Picked the right team. Picked the right fucking venue. Did everything right. So I hope a successful debut for him. Lila Baudouin going to be in her second fight. Vincent Vendetta Thibault is going to be in action. Clavis, Hands of Stone Drolet, Jordan Django Balmir, Arthur the Lion Ziadinov, the Dragon Steve Claggett, and 777 Batir Jukumbayev. Tell me that's not a perfect fucking day. I don't know if this is a day or a night card. I don't care. It's going down on a Saturday, probably at night. January 25th. Save the date. If you want to buy a present for your boxing fan, I suggest Punch and Grace. $11 a month. Your first installment's $33 and some change, and you're set. You're going to get January 25th ahead of time. You're going to be able to go back to the last card and the card before that and go through the library. They're even adding stuff every day, and every year they're going to release some new stuff. So they have the entire Interbox library, plenty of documentaries. It's going to be the spot for fight fans to go to. Trust me, eventually the price is going to go up. Get in early and be recognized as one of those people that bought into this early, because this is what's providing us these great fights. As far as news is concerned, Tyson Fury is letting go of Ben Davidson. Now, the rumor is he's going with Sugar Hill. I'm not crazy about Sugar Hill. He's a good dude. I'm not too sure he did anything with Adonis. Now, a lot could be said about Adonis not being motivated and Sugar Hill not being able to motivate him. But if that's the case, Tyson Fury, notorious for not being motivated, should maybe not think of Sugar Rashad. Look, whatever he does, I'm confident at this level in the game he'll be fine. But it's still a big move. Feel bad for Ben Davidson. He did good with him. But I think he needs more of a boxing guy and less of a cheerleader now. So that's probably why that's happening. So, let's run through this real quick. See if anyone else. If you go on my Instagram, if you go on my Facebook, the dude that called out Arslanbek at the Bell Center sent a message to a bunch of us. So I used it and I posted it up there. He's basically calling out all our heavyweights. He wants work. He saw what Montreal and the Bell Center was like, and he was like, damn, I want some of that. He's got a good record, and he's got a good personality, and clearly knows how to self-promote himself. I predict that Ida Tiger is going to put him to work. That being said, I want to make some suggestions out loud, and maybe the boxing gods will hear me. So, first up, I want Punch and Grace to put on an event every month. Now, we came damn close last year. There was 12 events over a span of 12 months. Actually, more than that. But there was a gap, you know, and I get it, because it's crazy to do that many shows. But, you know, they did do some shows back to back. So that being said, if they spread them out more, maybe they don't have to panic as much, but they got to stay consistent. If they can do one show a month, okay, and you put that on Punch and Grace, I suggest not a pay-per-view, but a quarterly big event. So every 3 to 4 months, we get one major event. And now maybe for that event on Punch and Grace, we pay a bit more. Like, I'd be cool with paying up to $20. You know, depending on what the card would be, obviously. But I see what ESPN is doing right now. So I'll give you an example. For the UFC this weekend, ESPN, if you subscribed, you would get this card, and then obviously ESPN as a whole. But in order to get the card, you had to pay $88. But you got ESPN for a year. Now, it's clearly, if you paid a monthly for ESPN, it ends up being more than $88. So it was a smart move, and it was a grab, because the way these subscriber-based sites work is they need to try and get people. Now, if you do quarterly big events, you're going to be able to, every 3-4 months, have a spike. And that's what I think ESPN is doing by doing this. Because they're not doing this with all the events. Just the events they think they're going to get a little spike with. It's pretty smart. So I foresee probably some sort of package deal coming up in the near future with Punch and Grace. Where, you know, if you ordered this pay-per-view, you'll get a year's worth of Punch and Grace. That being said, I don't know. But it's still an idea to put out there. The other thing on my wish list, La Tahu. I want Eye the Tiger to go to La Tahu. TKO and Rixa Promotions fucked the venue up, right? They weren't consistent, and I'm pretty confident the owners aren't too interested in getting back in the fight game. But I promise them Eye the Tiger's got their fucking shit straight. And if Eye the Tiger goes to La Tahu, trust me, they're going to put on a hell of a show. Now, the reason I like La Tahu is just the visibility in the fucking place is just so good. And it's a bit bigger than the casino. So you can afford to do a bit of a bigger show without having to blow out the Bell Center. I believe the max capacity is like 3,000 or 4,000 people, which is just perfect for a small quarterly show. The last thing on my wish list for Christmas from Punch and Grace and Santa Claus, the Boxing Claus, I guess. I would really like if the casinos got on board. We go to the Casino de Montreal, right? I know the Casino de Quebec doesn't have a theater. Neither does the one in Charlevoix. But the Mont Tremblant one shares a big hall that can be converted. It's usually used for poker tournaments. But it'd be big enough to do a show in Mont Tremblant. So, my thought is this. Charlevoix also has a nearby amphitheater. If all the casinos got on board, we could do a show at Lac Lemay, Mont Tremblant, Montreal, Quebec City, Charlevoix. Just do a casino tour. Personally, I think it'd be cool. That's it for my wish list. That's it for me ranting and raving about boxing. Did about half an hour this week. If you guys have any questions, comments, Don't be shy. If you're late to the party, don't worry. This will be uploaded. I don't think this one will get taken down. If it does get taken down, don't sweat it, because it'll also be on IGTV and YouTube. So, that being said, don't be, just share the fucking thing. Okay? Like, if you watched it, share it. That's all I'm asking. Homework assignment for this week, guys, if you're up to it. Find a perfect stranger, bus driver, waiter, guy at work, parking attendant, person you open the door for. I don't care. Ask them if they like boxing. Regardless of their answer, tell them to check out Manny Montreal. That's it for me this week. Share this fucking thing. I'll see you guys soon.